are underway in Buffalo. DeAndre Carter now from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Throwing first play is Herbert. He's got his tight end McKinney right side complete. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Justin Herbert looking to pass. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Finding space at the 40. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made there by Matt Milano. Herbert. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. Look at the big man rumble. And this is going to be brought back for a Bills touchdown. So that's about as fortuitous of a bounce as you're going to find as it's scooped up and taken in for the touchdown.
And I love how you use the word fortuitous there because as that popped up, he just happened to be in the right place, grabbed it, and found his way into the end zone.
Complete at the 1. And he will get in to make it 8-0. They wasted no time showing how aggressive they're going to be in this game. They get the quick score, and then they go for 2, CD.
Surf's up, partner. And when surf's up, you ride the wave. They felt great about that quick drive, put it in the end zone. Why not go for 2? They felt comfortable with the play call that they had.
And the home crowd loves it. The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. Touchdown, L.A. Mike Williams, 76 yards. And the Chargers are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Hopkins with the extra point, and this is now a 1-point game. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. McKenzie now from his end zone. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 11. Off the play fake. Allen. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. And bringing it in, it's Davis. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Allen off the play fake. Right back to Davis. It's complete. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. The 20. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Now the first carry for Devin Singletary. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Play action. Now it's Allen. And it'll be intercepted. And the Chargers will take over here at their own 14-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Touchdown! Tommy Sweeney, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Bills are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Allen will try to throw for it. That's caught. And he will get into the end zone, and it's now a 2-score game as the lead moves to 9. So 2 successful 2-point tries now for them.
And you know what it does? It gives you a boost, a huge one for your team because, hey, you're dominating them now. They can't stop you either scoring touchdowns or 2-point conversions. But how about the defense? You don't know what to do at this stage. You can't stop them in any direction.
Not one you see often there as he fails to keep it between the sidelines, and that is a penalty every time, and going to give this offense better field position.
And it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself doing this. And
try to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. And the Bills are going to take possession here at their own 33. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Allen. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. To the air. Allen out to his left. That's complete as he goes right back to Crowder. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a 1st down. So the shotgun snap to Allen.
Pass delivered successfully to Knox on the out route.
Touchdown, Bills!
Dawson Knox, a touchdown grab from Josh Allen.
And they're able to add on to their advantage.
Boy, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
So after knocking through the field goal, here's Bass to kick it away. From his end zone, here comes Carter. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now.
On Herbert, his 3rd interception.
Jair Elam makes a pick, and the Bills are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection, and now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
Meanwhile, Allen's throw here taken in by Knox. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. They'll run on first down with Singletary. And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Jamison Crowder, 27 yards. And the Bills continue to pull away here this first half. Well, he scrambled outside of the pocket and wondered what was going to happen there. He fired a dart. That's what happened.
He certainly did. Scrambled left, looked left, and then left it in the receiver's hands with some dispatch.
In the receiver's hands, in the end zone for the score. And the formula there on the two-point try, they go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
And Carter deciding not to bring this one out. Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. So after the INT, it's Allen eluding the pressure right. This is caught. Was he in? Yes. 2 points. And there's a quick momentum swing. INT return for a pick 6, and then the 2-point conversion good.
And even if you're keeping your wits about you, you're thinking to yourself, okay, extra point block team going into the game now. All of a sudden you're hearing defense. Everyone's scrambling for their helmets and throwing down their cups of water. That's a great position for them to be in, trying to score against that team. A little bit disjointed.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. No return here for Carter, and this will be a touchback. The Chargers getting set to go. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. To throw on 2nd and 10. Herbert. And my goodness, another interception. Jair Elam makes a pick. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown.
I cannot imagine a more perfect half of football for one side, CD, and a more disastrous half of football for another side. But if you focus on the positive half, with this pick six, you look at where that lead is at, and to think that we are only in the second quarter. My goodness.
I love the expression, my goodness indeed. Pretty obvious. It's a free fall out there. Everybody gets a chance to make a play. And if you're on the field, you got a great chance of being the next guy that your teammates are celebrating.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
From his end zone, here comes Carter. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Meanwhile, Herbert's throw there complete to Allen. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 38. Now it's Herbert. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And the Bills are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. Allen's throw taken in by Diggs.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It's a gain of 34.
I'm seeing a lot of guys shaking their heads on defense right now, particularly in the secondary. And when you see that going on, that is never a good sign. But it's understandable. They've been shredded so far.
And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24.
Sebastian Joseph Day.
Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. After the sack on 1st down, Allen, he'll buy some time right.
He will find Diggs in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo.
Stephon Diggs, a 24-yard touchdown.
And the Bills extend their lead yet again. And they'll try and run it in with Singletary.
And they are just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more. And so they run it in on the 2-point try. And it's so often, Charles, we talk about from the offense's perspective what you do on the 2-point conversion. How about the defense? How do they play run versus pass?
It's really difficult for them because I think most teams want to play for the pass. That's what they see most teams do. And so are you able to mass enough people inside if the team decides to run it? Very difficult. I think what you're seeing a lot more now, people blitzing the 2-point conversion. They want you to make a quick decision and make it right now.
There, the offense wins the battle for 2. A pass there over the middle to start things out. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Herbert. Got a man. It's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, a 24-yard touchdown.
And the Chargers are able to claw one back.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And they get a bit of a respite here from what's been an otherwise dreadful first half of football. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
McKenzie now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. And now out come the Bills. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. Allen going to give to Singletary on the option. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Allen going to go on 4th down. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that one, that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. On play action, Allen. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. A final shot before half for Allen. Man open downfield is Diggs. He's got it. And with a clock reading zeros, he is into the end zone. What an exclamation mark to the end of this second quarter.
Indeed. Indeed.
And here's Allen. A final shot before break. And it's going to be caught. Not sure why they went for 2, but they do get it. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a... Well, you can't skip halftime on Sundays, but you can right here. So it's over, and on to the third quarter we march. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. Well, certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line. Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, well, that's a costly mishit, and now you put your team in a bad spot.
And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively, and it'll bring up 2nd down. To throw, it's Allen. Oh, leaping, and he makes the grab. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st. Allen now looks to throw. This one into the hands of Crowder downfield. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. On 1st down, Allen finding Knox there, complete. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Allen to throw once more. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Jamison Crowder. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bills take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. They'll try and throw for it. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No, okay.
From his end zone, here comes Carter. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their own 27.
49, guys. Mike.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He finds his target, Allen. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chargers are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit. Hopkins with the extra point. So they do get 1 score back, but still a long way to go here in the 3rd quarter. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. McKenzie now from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
For most people, the excitement of the kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes.
14-yard line, 2nd and 11.
Another try after the first down sack. Allen.
Pass caught. It's Davis on the crossing route.
And they'll be stopped at the 28 on a play that started at the 14. They pick up 14. On play action, Allen. They'll roll him out right. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. The former number 3 pick, Joey Bosa, bringing the lumber that time. After the sack on first down, Allen. And he's going to go down again. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss. Now on 3rd and forever, he'll look to throw. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
So they're going for it, and here's Allen. Flush to his right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. Running on first down, Eckler. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? Once more, here's Eckler. And he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. Austin Eckler taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Chargers are able to at least get one score back. And they'll have Herbert try and throw for it. And this is caught, so they do get the 2. Still a very large deficit, but maybe something to feel a little better about. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Or are you going to put a safety?
And it's a fumble. And picked up by the Chargers. And the return across midfield into the 46-yard line. The risk-reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Allen now on first down, sliding out of the pocket. Past the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Allen to throw it. Looking for his man on the out route, and he's got Diggs. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. They'll try and run for this with Singletary. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. He went backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down to bring up 4th. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Allen will look to throw for it on 4th. Works right side into the hands of the tight end, Knox. Touchdown! Dawson Knox, a touchdown grab from Josh Allen. And the Bills add 6 more to their point total. And they're on cruise control right now here in the 4th. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr.
Well, as most teams do in their 2-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you got a chance to take it all the way back and get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Charger drive about to get going. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And Eckler will not get there. Great defense at the point of attack, going to stop him short of the 1st down. And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. They'll run for it with Eckler. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. It's Eckler again. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Up the middle with Eckler. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. They'll try the air now with Herbert. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. A fight for it, and this is caught. What a catch. That one good for 37 yards. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Eckler now between the tackles. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. The handoff, it's Eckler. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. Trying to punch it in with Eckler. Well, boy, a good surge defensively. It'll depend on the mark, but I'm not sure he got there. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it.
And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. On is Hopkins now for the extra point. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. So that drive, 12 plays in length.
And it's Austin Eckler who finishes things off with a touchdown run.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
Taken at the 15, a short kick. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over. And checking the timeouts. They do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. And Allen is actually going to throw it here. Rolling to his right.
Diggs crossing the field and bringing it in. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this.
They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
Steps away. And that is caught. It's Davis. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
But not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
So now the possession will begin at the 35 after the errant kickoff.
Well, that's certainly one way to avoid a dangerous kick returner, I suppose, but you are giving up extra yardage, that's for sure, because if you put it out of the end zone, they start at the 25, so at a minimum, you're giving up 10 yards to the offense.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. Now, this is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time. And you have to think at this point where we're at in the fourth quarter with how wide this advantage is. For this offense, they're just trying to end things with a positive drive and then get the heck out of here.
Yeah, if this had been a concert, you would have heard plenty of sour notes in this one. But they certainly don't want to end it on one. They want to put together a few more throws like that and at least have a final drive to give them a little bit more hope as they move forward.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. On 1st down, Justin Herbert. Caught by Allen.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And it'll be intercepted.
Jair Elam makes a pick, and the Bills are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
So Allen's going to look to throw. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second.
I'm really out for blood this time, look. I just can't. No money in my hand. Gonna tell a friend. They say success is the best revenge. Heard they was sleeping again, say it no more. This is a rude awakening, kicking the door. Back and I'm better than ever before. Don't get it mistaken, I'm ready. Jump in the Porsche, follow the core and back to the morgue. Take the sheet off and I some more. When I am done at the scene, I won't leave anything. You won't even know who was involved. Don't let me do it, cause I overdo it and do it till I cannot do it no more. All of the doubters, I'm proving them wrong. Back with the classic, I know it's been long. Right, they was missing me while I was gone. I smell the victory, back up on time, and it's where I belong. Like it ain't to me, we making history. Fall through the misery, weather the storm. Can't let them get to me, no weapon form. Should prosper, R&B, all over my roster. I got options, I keep it right on the dresser, next to the Oscar, applying pressure, somebody stop us. Woo! Applying pressure, somebody stop us. Running my closet, go need a doctor, go need a doctor, go need a what? I just came back for the win. Lot of new money in my hand. Gonna tell a friend. They say success is the best revenge. I just came back for the win. Lot of new money in my hand. Gonna tell a friend. They say success is the best revenge.
Today Union Financial Field in Philadelphia. This is the National Football League.
It's an old-school battle in the Keystone State of Pennsylvania. The Eagles and the Steelers are underway.
And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Wishing he had a mulligan. That's not how you want to start the game.
Not at all, because not only do you give up the penalty and good field position, but it just kills the momentum of your team as you start a game.
55 It's just 7 Pirates.
They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts. And incomplete to open things up.
And, partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. They go play action with Hurts.
And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. So they will tread backward on the holding penalty.
And I know that they're going to get coached up and they'll get yelled at a little bit, but let's face it, it is hard not to do at the speed and pace that they play.
They go play action with Trubisky. It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. It's a gain of 35.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
From the red zone now, here's Trubisky on 1st down. He gets it complete to Harris.
Now, whistles and a stoppage here. Looks like one of the Eagles is in some discomfort out there. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
To throw again on 2nd down, Trubisky. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Well, Fletcher Cox, he's been doing this for a lot of years, and another sack to his ledger there.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Remember last time out, they threw the interception on their first drive. Good news, their defense backed him up, so it's still 0-0 here as they begin their 2nd possession.
Yeah, and one great way to judge a defense, how do they handle what we call sudden change? When all of a sudden, you know, it goes against their offense and they have to run out in the field and try and put out the fire. Give this one great kudos for getting out there and not letting that interception lead to points. Excellent job by them defensively.
Cameron Hayward, now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Hurts sets up to throw it.
And tight coverage coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and it'll be a turnover on downs. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
To try again after the sack. Trubisky, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs?
He rifles one that's intercepted. Up by James Bradbury. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. Now, after the loss, they'll have to navigate a 2nd and 17. Hurts. Out route pass complete to Goddard. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Throwing is Hurts. He delivers another to Goddard, complete. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. They'll try and throw for it here. And he's got his man. It's the tight end Goddard. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. We're scoreless after 1. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Hurts. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here. 3rd and long. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Open man is Goddard, the tight end. And they will get this across midfield, but still well short of the first as he's dropped at the 46. They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
Love the play call that time. Love the design. You put 3 tight ends on the field. That screams jumbo set, running formation to a defense, right? No, they go play action, and defense gets confused for just a split second. And next thing you know, completion for good yardage.
And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Here's Pickett. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. Rolling to his left. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
That swung out wide to Sanders. Going for it with Sanders. They only needed about 4 or 5 inches there. Relied on the big guys up front and got it done.
Yeah, this is the time to just go ahead and hit it straight ahead. No juking, right? No movement in the backfield. Take the ball and go. As I heard a coach tell a player a long time ago, save your dancing for the club, son. Just get up into that line of scrimmage.
Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. Left side here to Sanders. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. 2nd and 1 from the 2. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 1st and goal at the 1. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Eluded. Hurts fumbles it. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And, partner, I know so far, and we're still in the first half, but you love this game as a defensive guy. 0-0. We'll see if the offense can get going on this drive.
Well, you know how they talk about music to your ears? How about what it does for your eyes when you watch?
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And the Eagles are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
Wide open is Watkins. He's got him. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Chris Watkins, 46 yards.
And the Eagles post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. And he will get in to make it 8-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Gunnar Olszewski bringing it out. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
For most people, the excitement of the kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag is down. This could possibly be a push-off.
James Daniels, the guard, called for the penalty there. Pickett will look to throw it here.
Now he's going to let it go deep left side.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
Pickett back to throw.
And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety.
I have to think the sooner halftime can get here for them, the better, because that first half has been rough, and that safety, it only adds to their issues. The other sideline, though, I think they're fine if we just skip the break and keep playing.
A penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward.
The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
Hurts fumbles it.
But I believe it was covered by an Eagle. It was. And Philadelphia is going to hold on to the football. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon.
On the move past the 40.
20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Eagles will extend their lead here just before halftime.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. And they fake it. They pitch to the tight end. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them
I was
to do
going to
that?
ask you, maybe they saw something on film, but do you see something on film with those to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
Olszewski now from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
To the air on first down with Pickett.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast now, due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter. The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. Olszewski now from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. By no means certainly are they out of this contest. Two-score game start of the third quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, and that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives. Try and slow things down a little bit.
When it's intercepted, they got Pickett for the third time in this game. Picked up by James Bradbury. And the Eagles will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the second half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them because...
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Akella Witherspoon. And the Steelers are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. So that, Charles, maybe the play that this defense has been looking for.
They've hung in there, and if they lose this game, it won't be from a lack of effort on their part. The key question is, can the offense finally do something? Because we're into the third quarter, and a 0 is still glowing on the scoreboard.
Now, once again, Kenny Pickett leading his offense out.
Rough so far for him. That's the only way to describe it. He's thrown more completions to the other team than he has to his. 3 INTs thus far.
Love the description. Rough, rocky, shaky, all of those things. But this is where you find out about a quarterback, isn't it? This is where you find out about your team leader. Can he handle some of that adversity, bounce back, and give them better play down the stretch? They still have a chance to win.
They run the play fake. Here's Pickett. Going across the formation, he finds Freiermuth.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Off the play fake, here's Pickett.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
That's Derek Barnett coming in and making the play.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Now it looks like we're going to get a stoppage here. An injured Steeler on that last play. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Pickett and the Steelers in need of a big play here. 3rd and long after the sack.
On play action, they'll throw. He'll buy some time right. And incomplete on the deep ball.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break contain and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
Here we go. It's Pickett on 4th down.
And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And the Eagles defense able to hold. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. It doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 43. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. They're going to look to throw. Looking here for Smith downfield. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon.
And the Steelers force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now if these guys can turn this turnover into points.
He's got a man complete. There he goes, right side. And into the end zone. Touchdown. Pittsburgh.
George Pickens.
And even 90 yards.
And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit.
And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. They'll try and run it here. And he will bull his way in there for the 2 points. And that almost makes it a brand new ballgame. Now it's a 1-score affair after they get the 2.
And you have to know they were holding their breath on the 2-point play because they had to have it to get it within the range that you just talked about. Dialed up their 2-point play. It worked. Now they're feeling like they've got a shot at this one.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession.
Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. 6, and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 26. He'll start with a handoff to Sanders.
And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
In your face. 36.
Here's the option. Running right. Uses the stiff arm. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. That will go for 9 yards and a first down on the keeper.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game, that time unable to find the completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
Running right, here's Sanders. And he'll get this one down to about the 17.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Smith catches left side. And he is going to be stopped at the 12, short of the first down. On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They'll run with Sanders. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Eagles have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. So he had the nice run to get him down there, was stopped just short of the goal line, but they go right back to him, CD, and he delivers to finish the drive off.
A little extra determination there, don't you think, partner? You notice he didn't tap on his helmet and say, get me out after the run down to the end zone. He said, I almost got in. I'm going to get in on my own. I'm staying in. And he carries it across the goal line. I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation. In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Pickett leads the Steelers up here with a fresh set of downs.
At their own 15.
Off play action, Pickett. He's got this to Pickens.
And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Pickett sets up play action. Open man completes it to Claypool. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. It's another first down as this time they get an even 20.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Pickett to throw on first down.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Eagles are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
Now a timeout called for by the defense. And that's going to leave them with just 1 timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10
at their own 25-yard line. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
T.J. Watt getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
He's going deep for Brown.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown.
I deserve 6 rings like a Mike. I've got a no sleep. I remember when it was the nosebleeds. Now they captured the fashion from flow seats. I'm a whole king.
Are you ready? Okay, say no more. Are you ready? Okay, say no more.
She's a lotus and I'm the conductor of a magnum opus. Simply braggadocious. Why don't we take advantage of this moment? And wherever you own, we own it. Ooh, it's trouble in paradise. So let's parachute where the air's nice. And let's risk it all on the paradise. But she just wanna make sure her hair's nice. That's fair, right? I just fell in love with a prima donna. The 2023 Madonna. I mean, your honor, I was minding my business until she gave me complete nirvana.
Are you ready? Okay, say no more. Are you ready? Okay, say no more.
She's a lotus and I'm the conductor of a magnum opus. Simply braggadocious. Why don't we take advantage of this moment? And wherever you own, we own it.
Nobody really cares. Nobody really cares.
Yeah. Yeah. Hold up, it ain't easy breaking away or being a great. They slamming the door, I'm jumping the gate. Cause a starving stomach like being punched in the face. And an instrumental was the last time that I ate. Food from all of the base. My ace spoon going, big son told me about the game. 20 years later, know my name. King, crown me, lounge in the back of the spot. Pay homage to an underground peasant, climb to the top. Funny style on elevators could never fade us. I peep data stain anytime they congratulate us. Goggles is worn and bottles is popping. I'm beyond Sanders on haters. This ice bucket dropping over their head with it. Extra the cred with it. You either fight or flight. I ain't one for the ledge living. I do it for the one that died but fed millions. With soul food flow that stock my bad kitchen. I'm liberated. I drew a play that they ain't illustrated. I make a move they gladly imitated. I ain't flattered, I'm a dragon to your paper castle. The Alpha and Omega promise it ain't nothing after. A new beginning. My catalog like James.
Today, from U.S.
Greg Joseph now ready to get this one started, and we are underway from Minneapolis. From his end zone, it's Demetric Felton. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And, whoa, he's going to hope that that is not a sign of things to come. A rude welcoming to this ball game. So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. And again, it's Chubb. And yet again, he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Great job by this Vikings defense. Well, when you get an elite running back like he is, sometimes you've got to employ the by any means necessary method to get him down.
Yeah, sometimes you're relieved even if a flag comes out. But if you just get the hand up and you get it on the mask, you can kind of get away with that. But as soon as you curl it around a finger or the hand, that's pretty easy for everyone to see, and they'll call that one every time.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, they sent the power set out there, and their job is to be man-on-man and move people so they can run the football. But that time, too many men didn't get moved in the box defensively. They end up throwing him for a loss.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he'll get about 3 up close to the 35.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion.
This is one of those plays that could go either way, but we've seen the influence of the college game now in the NFL, where we're seeing more and more of these plays run, and that one went for a big gain.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A give running right is Chubb. Down at the 35, it'll be 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Chubb will get the call running left. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now Chubb running right. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6.
They'll try to throw now. Brissett. And this one is incomplete.
So many times I advocate not challenging coverage downfield, but on this play, I thought he made an excellent decision to actually do so. If that had been complete, that would have been one for the highlight reel.
They'll go screen here to Hunt. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, Brissett flushed out right. Pass incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing, Brissett. Throw left side complete. That's Hunt. Touchdown, Browns.
Kareem Hunt.
A 15-yard touchdown grab.
And the Browns are on the board first here this afternoon.
There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right, because you really need to rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Vikings offense coming out for the first time, and in his 5th season leading this crew, coming off his 3rd career Pro Bowl nod, Kirk Cousins.
Kirk Cousins is back for his 5th year as Minnesota's starter, tied for the longest streak of stability the team has had at quarterback since, get this, Fran Tarkenton in the late 1970s. He's been excellent during that time, making his 2nd Pro Bowl last season after 4,200 yards and 33 touchdowns through the air. The Vikings, though, still hovering right around 500 at the 8-win mark, hoping to see him lead a talented roster back to the postseason.
On play action, Cousins. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains.
On 3rd down, Cousins.
That's complete to Justin Jefferson.
The 20. Touchdown, Vikings.
Justin Jefferson.
75 yards.
And the Vikings are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own.
Cousins will try and throw. And this play is not going to work. He stopped short of the goal line, and this will remain a 7-6 ball game.
So what do you think the mindset was there? You can tie it with a PAT here first half. Why go for the lead right now?
The old school mindset says if you have a better team, you just go ahead and continue to try and dominate. There's also a school of thought, if you don't think you're quite as good, you have to try and take advantage of opportunities. And finally, I just think this is analytics coming into the game. Someone saying the more you go for two, the better your chances are of actually getting them.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Here comes Felton to bring it out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it?
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith.
And the Vikings are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
They'll start in excellent field position following the INT.
They'll roll him out right.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw is Cousins.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Denzel Ward.
And the Browns are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll bring up 2nd down. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5.
Brissett. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. It got his man complete.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure's good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough. And sure enough, they let a man come open, and the connection leads to a big play.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. To throw, Brissett. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
So roughing the passer there, a big mistake defensively.
Yeah, and even though you've got a quarterback out of the pocket and the rules change downfield, that doesn't mean the same rules don't apply with the QB. Anything more than one step, they're going to throw a flag on you every time.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. The 40. Past the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably, your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. Following throwing the interception. Cousins. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by John Johnson. He's at the 50. He's at the 40. 20. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it. For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10 at the 45. Brissett sets to throw it. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
So I guess that answers the question whether or not they want him throwing it again right away after throwing the pick 6 on the previous drive.
Yeah, not something conservative or underneath. Pretty big shot right there.
Get him right back in the saddle and say, go ahead and sling it, big guy.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Brissett now. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Brissett. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down.
Now, you don't want to see that penalty at any point, but it adds a little extra to it when it comes on 3rd down.
It certainly does, because if this were a boxing match, they had him on the ropes there. 3rd down incompletion, 4th down upcoming. Instead, that mistake resets everything back to 1st down, which means they have to stay on the field longer to try and stop this drive.
That'll give them 8 that time, and it'll be 2nd and a couple. Another timeout called by the Vikings now. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back. Here's Brissett. Escaping the pressure right.
That's complete to Peoples-Jones.
And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
A 1st down throw for Brissett. Eluding the pressure right. And he's got his big wide receiver complete. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6.
Well, they were setting up Screen CD, a lot of free runners, and they got there late, and the penalty ensued.
Yeah, somehow it didn't get into their brains that it was a screen, right? Instead of pulling off and chasing the ball downfield, they kept going towards the quarterback and knocked him down way late. That draws the penalty flag each and every time.
To throw is Brissett. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Touchdown! Donovan Peoples-Jones from 3 yards out. And the Browns have regained the lead. The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Yeah, a slightly more difficult attempt here from the 20. And the lead is now 2. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it's capped off by the Browns' touchdown. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Nwangu now from his end zone. Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. There's still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Cousins. And complete, right side to Cook. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the 1st down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
First down. Here's Cousins.
Right back to Cook for another completion. And they're going to get this up to midfield. 2nd and 5.
Cousins gives way to Cook. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Throwing is Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Cousins going to bat it forward here on the jet sweep.
And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Cousins now.
And he's got this to Jefferson.
Touchdown, Vikings.
Justin Jefferson.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far as they have taken the lead.
Only the 2 catches for him thus far, CD, but both of them have resulted in touchdowns.
And I think he's on the bench right now, Brandon, smiling at his...
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And he'll be out of bounds well short of the goal line, so the attempt at the fake extra point unsuccessful.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When he'd line up, go ahead and, oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward, it's just not there.
It's so risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
Brissett to throw on first.
And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Off the play fake. Here's Brissett. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Play fake. Brissett. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Harrison Smith on the safety blitz, able to get the sack. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Another try after the first down sack. Brissett looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, their first 2 drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it. But we know they're going to continue to be bold.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
That's caught by the tight end, Harrison Bryant.
The 30.
Out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way down inside the 20-yard line.
A big play there just before halftime. 68 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points.
That could be an important swing right there. A touchdown in the final minute of the half to take the lead.
And I like the point you just made there. Could be an important swing because now that they have the lead, if they can carry that into the locker room at the half, they'll feel really good about what they accomplished in the first.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off.
Nwangu now from his end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Justin Jefferson and the rest of this offense, they've got their helmets back on, and they're ready for this next series.
He has certainly made the most of his catches so far, both of them going for touchdowns here in half number 1.
And we've never met a team that doesn't talk about getting off to a fast start and featuring guys that they want to have the ball early. We're seeing both of those come into play here. Off to an incredible start, got their feature guy going, and now everyone else should have opportunities.
A first down throw for Cousins.
Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Give to Cook out of the gun. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Here's Cousins. That is caught by Thielen. So we have reached halftime here in a tight 2-point contest. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. It's a squib kick picked up near the 25. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third.
Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
On 2nd and 9, Cousins.
They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome.